Hey, hey, family. I'm so glad to have you all here. So, yes, today is an amazing Thursday. I hope you are having a great day. Right now, I'm in Chicago and it's beautiful. It's amazing. So now it's time for the winning event. So, are women with the BBLs winning? Are they getting most of the good men? I want us to talk about it, and we're gonna pretty much discuss it. So I know that you've seen on the cover we having Angela Bassett on the cover, and yeah, she's a beautiful woman. She's respected, in Hollywood and also the black community. And I was shocked when I seen that she has a BBL. I'm like, wow, she's like, in her early 60s and she got a BBL. And I pretty much was digging through her background, and I see that she actually is married. So she's like pretty much one of the few women that have a BBL that's known that actually is married. But she pretty much been married for a while. To her guy, he's an actor too. But yeah, but pretty much, you can clearly look at the photo. I'm gonna bring it up though, that she has a BBL. She has work done, and I'm gonna show you how you can pretty much tell. And me, I can tell because me being a trainer and looking at bodies and training women all day, so I know. So it's a few different things you can look at. But yes, but definitely she has a BBL and she's married, but she been married and she recently got a BBL. So her exception is a little bit, it's pretty much different than most people, and yeah. So, but I'm gonna show the picture of her up and we can talk about that. But yes, so I mean, it looks like, on the outside surface, it looks like the women with the BBLs are winning, but really, I would say no, because these are pretty much the women who are pretty much known. So so I'm the women like the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, and now even to Angela Bassett. They're known. So they're pretty much one of the few women who are married who got a BBL. But for the most part, most of them are not married, and then guys don't. It's just that those kind of qualities, okay, it makes guys want to have sex with you, but those qualities doesn't make a man look at you as a wife. That's the main thing. It's about you doing the inner work. But yeah, let me go pull up this picture. I want to pretty much show you all so you can pretty much see what I see. Let's see. Let me go pull this up. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna break this down. Let me see. Let me see. I can bring this up right now for you all. Let's see. I think I can bring it up like this. Hold on, I'm getting better at doing this. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I got an idea. Hold on. Yeah, give me 1 second. Having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to see how I can just only just bring up this picture, and it's just I'm getting used to my new platform, which is StreamYard. These slides. Let's see. I'm trying to see how I can upload this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to bring this up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So are you all enjoying today? I don't know what part of town that you all are from, but yes. So hold on 1 second. Let's see. I'm trying to bring up this picture that I can show and I can do some teaching while while we're on live. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I think I could do it like this. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to save this. Hold on. Let's see. I think I got it this way. I don't think I can share my screen. I think I can do it like that. Okay, here it is. See my screen, new tab. Let's see. Okay, all right, okay, y'all. So, all right, I'm gonna show you all this picture. No, it's not right there. That's right here. So okay. Let's see. Trying to have what I can show it. See. Share. Uh. Hold on. I'm trying to make it bigger for you all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. So yeah. So this is pretty much the picture right here. So I want to make it bigger. Let's see. So there you go. All right, I figured it out. So actually, so yeah. So look at this right here. So this is how you can pretty much tell that the woman had any woman had surgery for the most part. It's like right there under the butt cheek, it has that cuff right there, that line. So that line, that's where they had the incision at. So that's not normal. And also you can tell by looking at what I call the butt to thigh ratio. So you see how like her butt is so big and then her thigh is like so small. So that's also the other indicator how you can tell that a woman has surgery. So yeah, so you see that though, and you can also look at the tonus of her body and compare it to how big her butt is compared to her arms. Is yes, everything is not matching up. Especially the main indicator is right in here. So that cuff, and I'm gonna show you all how an actual real one looks. Let me see if I can bring this up right now. Actually, hold on. I think I still got it in like one of my other pictures. So yeah, so this is how you can tell all that extra cuff right there, that extra line, because it's not matching up. So that's how you can tell that that these women had some work done. So this is okay. Here it is. So perfect. This is an example of a woman with a real butt. Let's see. So I'm trying to get this bigger so you all can see this. Yeah. Okay, so forget the music though. But yeah, so you see like right here, see how she don't have that cuff right there under the butt. And then you see how you see how like how her thigh is bigger and her butt is not really big, but it still is nice. But number one, she don't have that cuff right there under. Everything's pretty much match up. Her back is toned, especially the thigh and it's no cuff right there. Yeah, so that's still a pretty good transformation. So so she got the stomach down, and she pretty much got a butt. She did some work. She had some butt already, but yes, if I tell them all the time, you can have an attractive body without having a big butt. Just most guys pretty much will like and appreciate a woman that that looks like this. It's still something to grab on. It still looks nice. You don't have to have a really big butt. And then for the most part, just most men really want this on a woman, especially the guys that have things going on. So really, it's really pretty much the women doing it for this the attention, and then like you get a lot of guys to go and just pretty much just be attracted and want to have sex with you, but that's for the most part just men don't want that woman to get that much attention, and then it's more important having the other qualities that men respect. So yes, I mean I get that she's in Hollywood. I get that, and she want to keep up with the times, so she's doing it. But yes, but later on we're gonna cover it. I'm gonna break down a woman who's actually in her 70s and she has an all natural body. But we're gonna cover that later. So yes, so especially now, like now, I'm just having a surgery is like just so normal now. So that's pretty much all what you see. So pretty much now, whenever I go somewhere, I go to Chipotle or I go to the store. All what I see now is a woman with a fake butt. It's like it's just so common now. It's like, oh, there goes another one. There goes another one. So yes, so it looks like on the surface that these women are women, but for the most part, when you go and look at these men that have the money and the basketball players, and like a lot of times their wife just looks just cute and she just has like a nice little shape and she's pretty much toned, or like these women, they pretty much look just okay, and then they got with their man before he pretty much became famous, and she just stuck by him. So that's what you see. But yeah, but a lot of times these women who are having these BBLs, they're doing it more so, I say, to impress other women, and then just to get attention. People would look at it. But yes, but when it comes down to men really, 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 respecting you, and then just seeing, wow, seeing you long term now, guys, for the most part, they don't want a woman like that. So it's exceptions are the ones who are pretty much married. So this is Black Chyna. She's also known for her BBL, and she had her BBL and all her surgeries removed, and now she found God and all the good stuff. And I hear it, I hear it. So all right, so this is Chyna.
Black Chyna is in serious danger after getting BBL.
To my post-op to go see my doctor to talk about basically what happened during the surgery. He's gonna check and make sure everything's like moving good. As I told you all before, I had got a breast reduction and also a reduction of my buttocks. Alright, so I am a little bit concerned. I mean, obviously, I'm really concerned, honestly, because I really want to know what he has to say about the silicone that's like in my butt, or was in my butt. And I'm so curious now to see how much he took out, what was the complications, because it took so long for me to be inside of there. It should have not taken that long. So he's just basically going to break it down to me. I'm gonna record it because I want y'all to know, you know what I mean? Yep. I mean, and it's crazy because you hear these stories all the time of when even like other celebrities that have came out and say, hey, I had got butt shots or shots and this happened to my body and rejected it.
So yeah, so yep, so
Black Chyna body is in serious danger after.
Yeah, so you hear these stories all the time, but these women are still getting these procedures done. So they know better, but knowing better and not doing better means that you really don't know better. It's like even K Michelle, K Michelle, she came out recently. She got a show where she pretty much, trying to, she pretty much helping some of the women to go and have their BBLs and surgery removed from their body. But yes, but it all comes down to you pretty much wanting to put the work in. I know that this culture is everything is quick, and I was thinking about this the other day. Like pretty much a woman, she can go and spend $10,000, $15,000 and getting her body done, and she becomes an instant all star. She becomes an instant all star. She get all this instant attention. And with a man, it don't work like that. Everything about him, to be attractive to other women takes time for him to go and build up. They have to build up, pretty much his career, being a good provider, have a nice body, all that stuff. He has to go and pretty much build himself up. But pretty much the women, they could just spend some money and then just go and get instant attention. But it's a cost to pay for that. So sometimes you have to pay with your life. So this is one of the doctors, and he's talking about how he don't do BBLs because it's too dangerous. I'm gonna let him tell you.
Certainly in some patients, some surgeons' hands, you can get a great result. But it's such a variety of results in such a variety of different hands. I just don't think it's worth the bang for the buck. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, other people will have different ones, but that's why I don't do BBLs.
So yeah, so he's saying that he don't do it though. And what you see a lot now is you see women from different countries. You see them, and then what they do is like they're going to the Dominican Republic to get these surgeries done because you can have a lot of work done for cheap. And it's been cases of these women pretty much getting Oh, speaking of her, Scissor. So Scissor, to me, I always said that Scissor was so fine to me when she was something like that. I've been said that to me that Scissor looked so damn good to me, and now she got her BBL. It's like she had her BBL, and now she's really big, and it looks crazy. And then yeah, I mean, you like me, I would have took her how she was back then. She had like a nice slim body. She looked good, nice full lips. But then now she had all this work done, and now she looked crazy, and now she looks so fat. So yes, so it's ridiculous. So, but yeah, but one thing that I do see as a problem is the women don't know. That's one thing that I keep seeing. So they don't know what men want. So it's like they're doing what other people tell them, and then they're getting all this attention. But men don't want that. It's like men really, really for the most part, they want their woman to just be right, and they don't really want her to be, getting all this extra attention, and that leads to other problems. But yes, but nowadays the issue is now attention now is a new currency to women now. So it's like when they get all this attention, it just say yeah, I mean it just does something to them. I mean I get it, okay, that's what it is, but yeah, but pretty much that's the issue and that's the problem. So you have to ask yourself, okay, so is it worth me harming my life now? Also, I can get instant attention. Oh, speaking of this, in the BBLs, recently, next time I gotta find that footage though. It was this one lady that that she actually went to the Dominican Republic to have some work done, and then she actually wound up was it she was coming to get a BBL, but she chose to also to get a tummy tuck too. And what happened was the doctor wound up removing one of her kidneys. And then she seen some Instagram model talk about, this doctor. So she thought that, it was real. And then she went and had the work done. And later on, when she came back, she noticed that she started feeling funny. And she's having issues and problems. So she went to the hospital. And then pretty much she found out that one of her kidneys is gone. So, I mean, and that's just so terrible, for that to happen to her. So but yeah, so and then she was able to find the doctor. So and then it actually was an actual robot, who went and pretty much there was the ad or the message that she seen. It wasn't even from a real person, So some page that she was following on Instagram, but that stuff is happening a lot. It happened a lot to the women because they're getting these BBLs, and it's mainly one thing that I learned when I was talking to one of my doctor friends is that it's mainly the black women who are getting these BBLs and they're getting these surgeries done. They're like the women are like really, really, really big, and then and then they're getting it done, and then they're not working out. And one thing that people don't know that when you get a BBL, you have to pretty much you can't even sleep on your butt. You have to like pretty much sleep on your side, and then and what else I heard about it, and what else about it? You have to go and pretty much later on. It's this pillow that they give you to go and sit on later on, but you can't sit on your butt. And I noticed that before when I seen people at different at different airports and different areas. It's like how the women can't sit on the floor, so they'll be pretty much kneeling. I mean, they can't sit on their butt, period. So they'll be pretty much just kneeling down. And I noticed that wow, like why is she doing this though? So that makes sense because she had her BBL procedure done, and then even into after you had the actual procedure done, all this pus is coming out your body, and you have all this swelling, and it's ridiculous. The whole process, all to this don't work out and don't work on your health, and then all this stuff, just to try to BS the process. So yes. So but yeah. So I want you to go and say, man, is it really worth me to just jeopardize? Oh yeah, the other thing is like a lot of these women who are getting these BBLs, they have a whole bunch of kids, and then so they're even losing their life for wanting instant attention, and now somebody else has to take care of their kids. So it happened to so many other women and stories. I can work on showing these stories more. But yeah, so these women are dying from just having this procedure done. And I tell a person just with about a good month, 2 months, even with my clients, but about a good month, 1 to 2 months of women training with me, their butt gets bigger, because I know what to do to train them and how to eat. And it's so much stuff, that it can enhance the growth of your glutes and without risking your life, but you pretty much had to be willing to do the work. Just like even Cardi B. I don't know. Cardi B is known for having her BBL and having her fake, butt shots she had when she was younger, and she had some more surgery done. And I remember that she was pretty much trying to go and get back to work, and she had like a lot of work done. And then the doctor was telling her that she needed to pretty much to rest. And then once again, she's not coachable, and she just the type of woman that just do what she want to do with no kind of accountability toward anything. So she wound up, pretty much getting sick and then having to cancel her shows. But yeah, y'all. So it's definitely a price to pay. When a person don't want to listen, and they want to learn everything the hard way, so there's a cost for that. Speaking pretty much learning things the hard way, one of the guys said, to pretty much to just, he was a major asset to women that he's no longer here. One of my idols, Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna let him put in his 2 cents.
This is where it goes personal.
In my personal opinion,
there's something.
It's
It's
all
all
on
on
a
a
sliding
sliding
scale.
scale.
There's
There's
nips and tucks, slight adjustments. But
But we're getting to the point to where
it's
it's
becoming
becoming
comical.
comical.
I live
I
in
live in
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
and I'm
looking at some women that have some of those comical
proportions.
proportions.
Jessica
Jessica
Rabbit
Rabbit
was a cartoon character for a reason. But now
But
we're
now
starting to see women who have these impossibly small waists, really large hip to waist ratio, really large butts. But what you're not seeing is a lot of these women with where are their husbands? And who are they married to if they are married? I look at the outcome. Look on their left finger and say, are you married to a man that you value? And the answer probably will shock most people.
Yeah. So exactly, Godfather. So that's pretty much how men go and keep score. We keep score by women getting married and being in long-term relationships. So a lot of women be trying to act like that's a win by them having guys just lust after their body and want to have sex with them. But no, that's not a win. No. So if you're not having the right kind of man that you like, the man that had things going on and he's in demand, if you're not having the right kind of man to commit to you, you just having guys who want to have sex with you don't mean nothing. Despite any woman, despite how raggedy a woman is, despite how crazy she is, despite how disrespectful she is, she can go out there and get somebody to have sex with her. So that's not a win. But I know that like nowadays a lot of women try to act like they winning by them, especially the women that's younger. They try in their mind, dating is having a lot of guys that want to have sex with them, but that's not dating. That's just guys that just want to have sex with you, but that don't mean nothing, So let the Godfather finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of an interesting type of thing because you look on the internet, and it seems like the girls with plastic surgery seem to be winning because when you look at a lot of these kind of women that were celebrity guys, Nicki Minaj, Ari Fletcher, even Lori Harvey had plastic surgery. You see them with these superstar men. Now, most times they're not married, but Sweetie, same thing with Quavo, et cetera, et cetera. They're usually not married, but they're with the guy. Sometimes they have a kid, with that man, little baby's, baby mother, I believe Jada, she's had some work done and so forth. They have a kid with this man. They're not married, but they're living the lavish lifestyle. They're showing off all their Dior and their Hermes bags and everything. I think a lot of women say, oh, that's the key. That's the easy fix. I just need to have a huge ass, get a bunch of lipo. If my boobs are, kind of saggy, I'll perk them up. I'll go to DR, spend $20,000-$30,000, and then I'll go get a superstar and wear Dior and ball out. But I feel it's a little bit
$20,000-$30,000. Please, the DR, they're going there for just $3,500. Yeah, so they're going there for just that, So
deceiving because you're right. These women are not married.
Right. So on my Instagram the other night, I had a woman who came in
to my show, and she fit that characteristic. And she said it herself. I dated rappers and athletes and all this kind of stuff, and she's got the surgeries and everything else. But yet, if you listen to her, she said, "I wish I'd have stayed with the guy that was a normal guy a few years ago that I had, because that's the guy I should have married." That's why I said I put athletes, entertainers, and musicians over here. And I look at most people, and I look at the outcomes. If the outcome you want is to be married with children, if that's what you say you want, who's getting that done? And I think what we're saying is a lot of mixed messages are getting sent out to women. So when I come out and say something that we talk about on the basketball court, the barbershop, in the gym, Buffalo Wild Wings, amongst men, that we accept to be true, it's shocking. It's savage. It's like, oh my God. And it's like, well, who do you think these boyfriends and husbands are going to come from? They're not going to come from this infinitesimally small group of musicians, entertainers, and athletes. It's going to come from the regular guys over here, or the above average guys over here, or the high value guys over here. This is where the relationships are going to come from.
Well said, Godfather. May you rest in peace. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, that's what it is. Cause it's only, like you said too, it's only a small selection of men who are making that kind of money. The athletes, the rappers. So for the most part, just most of the women want the same kind of man, but only a handful of them are going to get it. But then still, the question is, are you what that man wants? And then one thing that I actually love about watching his show, and also the other show that I like, Fresh and Fit, is it pretty much showed that most of the time, women have no idea what men want. So if you don't know what the seller want, you're gonna have a hard time getting that person to buy. But okay, give me an example. So when it comes down to men have to know enough about what women want to be able to get with them. I mean, the man has to go put the work in. He has to go and approach her. She has to have at least some type of idea to be able to present himself and be able to, to give her what she wants, so then he can pretty much be able to get what he wants. But with the women, I think, just like I like about his show and other shows like Fresh and Fit, it pretty much shows that most of the women that come on this show, they have no idea what the man actually want or what men value. So a lot of times the women are thinking that, men value the same thing that I like, so the women are attracted to a man, that he makes a lot of money, he has this type of, a high value position at his job, or he has this status, he has this, and yes, and all that stuff is cool and thing, but that's not what men look for in a woman. Because a woman having a whole bunch of money doesn't make her high value. It doesn't, So just like with the man, with the man, him pretty much having a whole bunch of money, that's one of the requirements, but that's not for a woman. A woman, just it's like her attitude. Is she the kind of woman that she shows respect toward the man that she's with? Is she's courteous? How is her vibe? Is she fun to be around? Is she kind? These qualities are what men look for, and then I'm coming out to making a woman high value. Also too, the fitness component. Yeah, it's like how is she fit? Is she fit? So yeah, so you really can't be a high value woman and be overweight. So but yeah, because like how you look, that's your image. And one thing that I tell people too is when you're pretty much in shape, and then when you're pretty much healthy, it gives people it pretty much tells people enough about your character. It shows that you have some kind of self-control. It shows you have some kind of discipline. So those are good qualities that it can help you in business and also in life. Even with me, like when I talk to like a lot of women prospects that I have, and like I'm pretty much the average weight, the average weight for a black woman in America is like 187 pounds. But I really say it's more than that. I really say it's about 200 and some pounds. The last time that people done the test was a few years ago, but we'll just leave it at 187 pounds. Yes, and the average height is still like 5'4". So yeah, so that's way more than a man, you know. So that's way more than a man that's the same height as them. And then men don't want women who weigh more than them. No, especially the kind of man that you want. So if that man is 6 foot, at least 6 foot, making six figures, got a six pack, why should he be with a woman who's overweight? Yes, yes, yes. And still, enough of the guys will still have sex with you, but that don't mean that he really, really wants you. Seriously. So, yeah. But definitely it can be done. You know, I say pretty much the number one excuse that, you know, that pretty much the women say why they can't work out is, I'm just so busy with work. I'm just so busy with work. And then one thing that I know too is like, if a person is really that serious about something, they're gonna make it a priority and put it in the schedule. And then they're gonna. I know is that what people hold precious to themselves, they find time for it. So they still find time to go hang out with their girl. They still find time to go and just do other stuff. But when it comes down to working out on your health, 2-3 times a week for an hour, half an hour, you don't have time for that. No, it's just that you don't prioritize it, and then it shows. So yes, so that's just like pretty much how it is. Oh, then this is the other thing that I know is super. I'm gonna talk about the last video with the other lady that she's like 72 and she's like really, really, really healthy and fit, and she actually started taking her fitness seriously when she was 40 years old. When she was 40 years old, that's when she started taking her health seriously. So I would say the main problem and the main thing that I noticed that's holding people back is the mindset where they pretty much don't want to learn no more, and then they would pretty much rather give an excuse versus to find a way to get it done. And I tell people all the time, you can't have results and excuses. You can't have both. So but a person has to pretty much to be pretty much at the level where they're willing to still be open and still be coachable, and then they want to put the work in, and then they want to do it. So if a person don't want to do it and then they just had a mindset of just wanting to just BS, that's one thing that I could say that I pretty much learned, which this is coming up, like last year. I was a sponsor at the Black Women Expo in McCormick Place, and cost me a lot of money. It cost me thousands and thousands of dollars to be a sponsor. And one thing that I pretty much noticed that I haven't been the same was pretty much true of I realized that they didn't want that health stuff, the fitness stuff. They didn't want it. The main thing that they wanted was hair, and they wanted detox teas and clothes, all just every quick stuff. So even though like I sold some bands, but for the most part I got only a few clients. But even the clients that I got, they didn't stick with it. Yeah. So they didn't want it that bad. So that's one thing that I see is if when a person don't want it that bad, and then society tells them you could just just BS the process and do this and take all these short quick fixes. And what it does is it pretty much makes you it pretty much, I would say, helps you. It pretty much has you to develop a loser mindset where you're thinking that pretty much you could just BS the process and without putting in the work. But yeah, so it's definitely going to be a cost you're going to have to pay for that. But men for the most part, they don't respect women. That just has surgery, or they just got a BBL, they get their body done. Nobody respects that. So they just want to tell you to your face. The first thing they say, okay, this person, this person just when it did something quick, when it did this, it's not respectable. So I've been seeing women that they pretty much lost a lot of weight, and then they had surgery, or like they took a pill, whatever, and then they wind up gaining that weight back. And yeah, so I see that like so much. But so in the end, I think so that's pretty much on you. But okay, so all right, y'all. So I'm gonna play the last clip. So this is a lady that I was talking about, though, that she started taking her fitness more seriously when she was 40 years old. I think now she's like 72. So yeah, so she looks good for her age. And then also what it is too, one thing that I know though too, a lot of women, they like to just use their age for an excuse. Oh, I'm so old. Oh, I'm too old for this, that. Now what it is, if a person, when you pretty much get to the point to where can't nobody tell you nothing, and then you just don't want to pretty much do the work, and you want to just stop learning. When you stop learning, that's when you pretty much work. That's when you're pretty much working toward dying. When you pretty much can't learn no more, and you just don't want to just apply yourself, and then just can't nobody tell you nothing, then that's when you're pretty much at a process where you're starting to die. So I'm gonna show you this clip. This is her. This is her.
I got to get healthy all the way. With rock hard abs, a strong body, and an ageless, unbreakable spirit. 70-year young Ellen Ecter wows the crowd and proves that age is nothing but a number. It's never too late to start working out, guys. I just started till I was 40. And whether you're 40, 60, or even 80 years old, anyone can achieve absolutely anything they put their mind to. And she sets this example flawlessly.
I wanted to stay sharp, energetic, and healthy. So these are my tips I'm going to give you guys.
You hear that, y'all? So yeah, so she had the actual desire to go and pretty much do the work. And that's one thing I know is true. If a person doesn't have the actual desire to do the work and work on making the sacrifices, I know it's true. Like a lot of people don't like the word sacrifice, but pretty much sacrifice everything in life that's worthwhile requires a sacrifice. You're gonna have to give something to get something. And then nowadays, I notice that especially society tells women that they can have it all. And that's one thing that pretty much Kevin Samuel used to always tell the women, you can't have it all. So you're going to have to, make a sacrifice. And like a lot of times nowadays, especially these women, they're pretty much spending the best years of their life being dedicated toward their career, but I noticed that like how other races of women, they can pretty much have a career and still find a husband and get married and have kids. While, a lot of times pretty much the Black American women, they can't do it, or no, actually, no, they pretty much don't value it, though. They think that they can just spend all their time on their career and just value that. And then when they get in their 30s and, mid 30s or 40s, and then they can suddenly find the perfect kind of man. But unfortunately, you're not going to have the same kind of option that you had back when you was in your early 20s. So, but one thing that I could say that I pretty much noticed about how when it comes down to dealing with older women do cost more. But I say really the main issue is it's harder to get them to to fit with your program, because they've been programmed to be with so many. They pretty much have been with so many different kind of guys. They've been in so many relationships, so it makes it difficult for them to go and pretty much and get with your program. So so it leads to all kind of problems. But yeah, let me finish. Let her tell you.
This energetic woman is as fierce as they come. Being an Atlanta gym co-owner, along with her daughter, Lana Ecter, and a fitness influencer with over 100,000 followers, has inspired many around the world and set a new standard for the African American population, claiming that proper exercise and daily healthy living puts the soul in soul food. Stick around and get to know a little about gymnetics finest. Ellen Ecter was born on September 27, 1952. Although she lives and breathes fitness today, it was not all jumping jacks and squats in her earlier years. Before discovering her passion within the fitness world, Ellen Ecter's primary occupation was as a social worker, and her sole purpose in life was to support her 5 kids and help those in need. But this would soon change in a nightclub in the 90s, where 40-year-old Ellen would see a picture of herself and claim how shocked she was when she saw how she had all butt and gut.
Someone took a picture of me and I had butt and gut.
Yeah, so you see that all day, the butt and the gut. And if I tell a person too, because how your stomach is says a lot about how you're living. And that's pretty much, I'll say that's the number one thing that I hear women say that they want to get rid of more than having a bigger butt. The number one thing is that stomach. But for that stomach to be right, you got to know what you're doing. And that's one thing that I do with my clients. I help them be able to get their stomach right, tone their whole body. And you actually can have a flat stomach and a nice toned lifted butt at the same time. You sure can, but it has to be done the right kind of way.
Turned 40 like I told you guys. I just did not like the way I looked. So I just started working out within 9 months. I had these first lady arms.
I know very little about what it took to train the body. Ellen would shortly after join a commercial gym where she ran into other gym gurus who would give her fitness advice.
You see that though? So it's a So she was coachable and she was willing to listen and she was willing to go and do the work. So her story is beautiful.
That would soon change her life forever. A man at her gym told her if she wanted to lose weight, do cardio, do various strength exercise routines, and practice healthy eating and portion control. Ellen Ecter would soon turn all that fat into muscle and tone within 9 months of hard work and dedication and instill the philosophy of fitness and a healthy lifestyle in her kids. Unfortunately, this came with a shocking event of her mother's passing at 63 years old due to uterine cancer. The 70 years young fit influencer shared how this sad loss set an example for her to take her health seriously, claiming it to be a call from grace. She was fortunate to break the age gap and live to see her legacy unfold. She would then get her certification in personal training and co-own the Black-owned fitness gym and business, Gymnetics, alongside her daughter Lana. Until then, Ellen decided she was on a mission to prove that age is nothing but a number and officially put the stereotype to the ground. Today, Ellen Ecter inspires many worldwide to work out, to live a vibrant and ageless lifestyle. Her motivation is knowing that 1 out of 5 Black women suffer from obesity and other related health conditions. She will never stop setting the example of what it is to
Yeah, the only is it's not 1 out of 5, it's 4 out of 5.
Remain healthy and robust, to break that statistic once and for all. It all starts with a diet. To be the super ager that Ellen Ecter is, Ellen followed a high-protein diet with animal-based products, lean meats, and dairy. That was when she adopted the plant-based lifestyle, all fruits and veggies, as she believes that following the plant-based eating style promotes reverse aging and longevity. Consuming plant-based resulted in her releasing her book, Black Girls Gone Vegan. She follows many of these recipes and applies them to her full day of eating. Let us go over the daily diet of Ellen Ecter. At 4 in the morning, Ellen would leap out of bed with her clothes lined up to get started on a new day. But before she gets a kickstart to her workday, she needs to fuel up with some breakfast. At this time, she would blend a smoothie of various fruits and vegetables for a mix of nutritional value. These smoothies include turmeric, strawberries, frozen blueberries, spinach, oat milk, vegan yogurt, and plant source protein powder. She also makes a detox tea with a plant-based egg to pair with her blends. She encourages whoever follows her full day of eating to avoid too much.
Look at that. It look good. She got collarbones. We need to bring back collarbones. Bring those back in style. Even on 60-year-old women.
Salt and use their seasonings wisely as she avoids food containing a copious amount of sodium. Ellen Ecter religiously follows a meal plan because she believes that the best food to eat.
And that's not a yup, so she follows a meal plan. So instead of y'all every single meal, you're having something new every single day from all these restaurants. They're using the cheapest oil positive, just possible. She can stick to something that's boring, that's better for her, so she can get some long-term results. So I'm loving it.
It's waiting to be eaten in the refrigerator. So by noon, Ellen would pull out a Tupperware of the salad paired with fruit. These salads would include lettuce as a base, beans, peppers, broccoli, and chickpeas with some pineapple on the side. For dinner, Ellen would consume another one of her delicious preppy meals, but this time, something different, as she feels variety is an essential part of a diet plan. She would have another salad bowl with tomatoes, broccoli, collard greens, and avocados. She also really enjoys sweet potato. So on days where she may have worked a big appetite, she would go for a fibrous baked sweet potato on a bed of lettuce. Her favorite dishes include avocados, tomatoes, and seeds on a bed of toast, mushroom tacos, and her signature vegan egg with various spices and seasonings. Ellen Ecter's day of eating is a crucial accessory to the energy levels required throughout her busy schedule. Being a gym owner and fitness instructor requires lots of movement, so after eating breakfast, she goes to the gym to teach her morning class. It can be either kettlebell or bar workout, but she teaches her first training class for about an hour. After her class, she would go home to recuperate, then spend 1 to 2 hours focusing on her workout. This training session combined strength and cardio. She would go on her bike and do dumbbell exercises while she performed this exercise. After her training session, Ellen Ecter would return to her gym to teach her evening class for at least another hour. Her classes include more kettlebell and bar with the spice of dance and similar aerobics. And when her style finally stops, she goes home and gets her good night's rest to prepare for a new day. Her training philosophy is if you rest, you rust. This means that she is active 7 days out of the week, from Monday to Friday. Ellen mixes her workouts in the training sessions she provides for her classes. Now, no matter how strong you are, everyone of all ages and sizes needs their personal recovery period. So on the 2 days meant to be her rest days, she would make an active recovery instead of being at complete rest. Ellen does yoga and meditation these days to maintain strong joints and improve her mental health. This method is especially beneficial for her schedule, since she is constantly busy throughout her week. She would need a day or two to wind down and be mentally prepared to tackle the next opportunity that sits in front of her. Ellen believes you cannot perform to your maximum potential if your mind is flooded with stress and tension. So to make the most out of new days and opportunities, you must have some mental clarity and focus. So now that we know how Ellen Ector's week would go, between eating healthy and being active in and out of the gym, what is her secret to conquering aging? Stick around and find out. The first step is a lifestyle. This is not only in the gym, but outside of the gym as well. Ellen Ector displays excellent discipline by preparing 7 meals that are tasty and easily accessible. She also makes healthy eating look easy by making food that would make your taste buds smile. Nutrition plays a massive role in what it takes to remain youthful.
Yep. So yeah, y'all. So it's definitely nutrition is about 80% of it. 80% is the nutrition. How you train is about 10%. How you rest and recover is the other 10%. But yeah, so definitely, so she definitely on point. But the main thing is that she has some kind of discipline and she wanted it bad enough to go and make time for it and put the work in. So that's
while exercising affects the physical aspect of health, the fuel you provide for your body affects the inner side. The second step is exercising consistently. Not a day goes by when Ellen is stagnant. She is constantly moving between her classes and her custom-made workouts. This is a fantastic way to keep the body fit, mobile, and ageless. And for the third and final step, self-affirmation, Ellen Ector has explained how changing how she describes herself plays a massive part in feeling young. She would never tell someone how old she is, but instead exposes them to how young she is. This is a vital factor in living youthful at a wiser age. Self-affirmation eliminates the feeling that one should use a cane at an older age. Positive self-talk not only leaves the body feeling young, but the mind too. This explains her Instagram bio. 70 years young, she says. No wonder she is full of life. These tips will allow you to stay youthful and vibrant for years to come, like the glamorous Ellen Ector.
beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. So yeah, y'all. So she can do it. So can you. That's where I'm here to help you too. So with my fitness app, it's how I train clients around the world. Everything is tailored for you based off of your body type, your goals, and your lifestyle. And my business is to take the guesswork out for you. So I want you all to go and say, man, so if I want to live a longer and better life, what sacrifices do I have to make this happen? Everything, y'all, worthwhile comes with you having to make a sacrifice. So yes, so okay, y'all. So I definitely want to thank you all for watching my show, and I want you to subscribe to my channel. If you definitely feel in your heart to go and give a donation, I definitely would appreciate that. Cash out Solomon's Fitness World. It's a PayPal, Solomon Pratt 86. Follow me on Instagram, trainer Dr. Flex 04, and also Solomon Fitness World on Instagram. All right, y'all. And I'm also on LinkedIn as Solomon Pratt. So, all right, y'all. Take care. And I'll see you all soon. So, I'm going 3 days a week. Pretty much it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Actually, about 4 days, 3-4 days. And I'm going to keep you all updated. See you soon. And good night. And remember, God wants you healthy and fit. And the devil wants you to procrastinate and put it off. Don't let the devil win. Start right now. The best time to start right now, work on getting started. You can book a 10-minute call with me, and we can pretty much see if this is a good fit for you. You go to Solomon Fitness World to book a call, or you can also email me. Yes, email me at Solomon, SOLOMONS. No, it's Solomon, SOLOMON, Pratt, PRATT, 86@gmail.com, or you can send me a text at 630-489-7055. 51. See you all next time.